I love making this, and it's my passion, and it's what I love to do, but it's also, I think, a way of living, not only a hobby, And sometimes it's really hard to get support from other people to do this, because you need a lot of things. And what SWAMP did was just great. I mean, the fellowship program, it's amazing. And it's amazing to get to know people from another culture and another way of thinking,
I think that an organization like SWAMP is important on so many levels. It acts as a catalyst for the creation of new work, as we've seen in terms of the Emerging Filmmakers Fellowship program. It also acts as a resource center for people to come in, to be able to use material, the educational aspect of it, the community links. I think all that can serve as a way to be able to allow people who otherwise would not have access to be able to tell their stories.
I'm not being hyperbolic. I really, SWAMP was a key element in my own evolution as a film lover, as a film director.
I felt for the first time about my kind of work that there was a buoyancy, that there was something keeping me afloat. And from that moment to this moment, I hope in the future, it's been SWAMP.
I think it was just that little beacon of hope. I mean, when I got that grant in '89, that was the first time I had had any affirmation, as a filmmaker. I'd been making films for years, shorts, I'd made a Super 8 feature, but, working pretty much alone. It was the first time anyone had said, yeah, keep going. Here's $2,600. We think what you're doing could be good.
SWAMP has nurtured the early careers of a lot of major and important filmmakers, and that role hasn't diminished. That still the opportunity is there that SWAMP provides for that next generation of storytellers, the next generation of film and videographers to learn and to have that opportunity to be encouraged, nurtured, provided resources in order for them to go out and make those early productions that will allow them to take the next step and then the next step.
Somebody has to help people understand the realities of the business, and SWAMP is doing that. They give people faith. They help them persevere. They give them information. They give them track record. They give them all sorts of things they would never get on their own. They give them a community of resources.
I'm just trying to learn how to just tell stories, whatever medium I can, and also you gotta try to learn as much as I can, and it's connecting with people.
I had been to several of their workshops. I went to their grip workshop and how to use music in movies and films and things like that. So I've been to other things, and when I found out about this one, I decided, yeah, this is something I want to be part of.
Whether or not you're looking to meet an editor or looking for talent, on camera talent, or a writer, that SWAMP functions draw an abundance of talent from all different areas of film, television production.
The communal aspect that SWAMP brings to the production community is just vital in order to help us be better at working together and understanding the resources and what it really means to be an artist and a filmmaker.
There's so much misinformation out there. Despite you have the websites and everything else and so many people learning, there's so much misinformation. SWAMP actually gives real information. You actually have the opportunity to talk to people that actually do know, that actually have experience.
Being able to educate people about what's really going on in current times, I think that's real important, and that's why SWAMP every day gets more important.
The Film Authority is produced by Southwest Public Media Project.
I made my first, what I would consider, serious 16mm film, and shortly after it was finished, I had seen a notice, or maybe one of the professors had mentioned that there's a series called The Territory. It's been on for several years, for many years, on PBS throughout Texas. That is a project of SWAMP's, and it was very encouraging, and of course very exciting to see your work on television immediately after you've made your first project.
I don't think the mission statement for SWAMP has ever changed. It's always been there, and it will always be there, because there will always be a new generation to be encouraged, to be nurtured, and to be educated and brought forth. And I think it's important that we continue to support SWAMP and make sure that they're here in order for that to take place.
Arts are often kind of left out of people's equation of what's practical and good for you, but for those of us in the arts, you realize, oh gosh, it's kind of means everything. It's sort of your soul, So I'm so grateful to anyone who's out there encouraging people or creating hope, or giving people the tools to create any of that. But SWAMP's the prototype who's been doing that for so long, so it's so admirable.